Number 7, Jason Perks. Number 8, George Waite. Number 10, Connor Osterholt. Number 11, Will Bensick. Number 12, Quinn Matulis. Number 29, Zach Amro. Number 30, Bas DeVries. And number 42, Alec Philippe. And number 43, Raiden Gilman. The Dutch Lions are coached by head coach Hans Pasquale. And now here's your starting lineup for your home team, Fort Wayne FC and their home blue kits. Starting in net, number 1, Ari Briscoe. Number 2, Anthony Hernandez. Number 3, Tiago Diaz. Number 6, Thomas Lemay. Number 7, Alexander Mikol. Number 9, Heiss Holbius. Number 10, Beto Anaya. Number 11, Rude Schneider. Number 16, Shotaro Kino. Number 20, Brandon Birmingham. And number 32, Aitor Winka. Fort Wayne FC is coached by head coach Mike Avery, assistant coach Keelan Barker, and goalkeeper coach Jeff Ritchie.
sundown. Let it young though, diamond still shine. In the rock cold, but the yo, let it all go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the one go. It's a show. Tommy bro, come show. Money old, in the ball. That is still mine. We were left cold. From the gun side, with the phone. I sleep with the gun. And she don't sleep.
Hello.
Where the love goes. Trade the ski minutes. Put the ones on. It's a bloodbath. Where the suns go. It's a Swiss beach. And the drums go. If she empty, then the hearts go. If she's empty, have a cup talk. Got a cup full. Full of my girls. That a love go. Where's the other one? What the fuck go? Where the love goes. 5, 4, 3, 2, that one goes.
Is this one? I don't know how those guys do that. Play out.
Our officials for tonight's match: center referee Rogelio Alvarez, assistant referees Donald Williams and Sergio Santana. Fourth official is Gustavo Hernandez. Thank you to area youth clubs for participating as player escorts and ball retrievers for today's match.
bubble was right in the middle.
What's your last name?
Harken Ryder. Harken. Yep. Okay. Harken Ryder.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first game of the season for Fort Wayne FC. Fort Wayne FC against Dayton Dutch Lions. Very first game of the season, Ken. What's your expectation for Fort Wayne and for the game?
Wow, Luca, it's great to be back here at Bishop Darcy Stadium. Beautiful night. And you know what? I think like everyone else connected to this club, we're excited. A lot of momentum, a lot of energy coming off of last season's excellent results. And I think, albeit that the squad is predominantly new players, I think we're looking forward to some excellent play on the field. I think the goal for the players tonight is to know everyone's name on the field because they've only been here a week. But that's kind of the nature of this league, so we'll see how they do with that. But yeah, we're excited to see the product they put on the field this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, join Fort Wayne FC.
Let's respect a moment of silence in memory of Mayor Tom Henry.
Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and move your hats for the singing of the national anthem sung by area resident Jensen Snyder.
Was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Ken, you talked about the momentum that Fort Wayne FC have, like coming from a championship last year, winning the volley division, and like, what do you think these guys can do to improve this year? We've seen this team building and like getting better year after year after year. So like, what they can do to do even better this year?
Yeah, I think, excuse me, I think, again, the formation and the relationship they create as they play together, I think, is so key. And Coach Avery spoke of that the other night at the meet and greet, that that's one differential for Fort Wayne from many other teams in the league, where all these teams are made up of guys coming from all over the place, and the key is to really form that bond, which is what happened last year. So yeah, I think the sooner they can get that done and really settle in, it's all about trusting each other on the field as well, and the better we know one another playing side by side, the better we can be. So he did also mention a little bit more attacking firepower this year. He's looking forward to that. He was real pleased with the defensive efforts last year over the course of the season, and they continue to get better. And he doesn't see that going down at all. But a little bit of extra firepower up in the front. He's really excited. The guys he's brought into town for that.
Yeah, this is great to hear. Like a team that scored 33 goals last season, and it's good that we can see some familiar faces here, like Mihal, Ice guys that scored a bunch of goals for Fort Wayne FC.
And a lot of fun to watch, aren't they?
Yes,
Indeed.
Yes, we are all excited to see them. The fans are excited to see them. Is there anybody on Dayton that you think Fort Wayne has to keep an eye on them?
You know what? We've had a pretty good historic handle on Dayton, as a matter of fact. 5 wins and 2 ties over the course of play. So really, I think if we settle in and take the dominant hand in terms of setting the tone of the game, we should be in pretty good shape.
Okay, so everything ready to start the game. Fort Wayne FC in blue against Dayton Dutch Lions. Here we go. First game of the season for Fort Wayne. First game of the season for the Dayton Dutch Lions. USL 2 Valley Division Conference here at the Bishop Darcy Stadium. Fort Wayne starting with the ball in your right side, attacking the left side of the field, and Dayton in orange defending the left side of the field. Thiago Diaz on the ball, building with Thomas Lamail.
Yeah, Luca, it'll be interesting to see how patient Fort Wayne is. And so far, just in the opening minute or so here, they look to be very confident on the ball and moving the ball into some nice spaces. Keeping the field nice and wide open.
This is something that we got used to see last year, right? Fort Wayne being very patient on the ball.
Absolutely,
trying
yes.
to explore the wide areas of the field. Is there something that we can say it's a culture of the team already? Since our
I hope so, yeah. And you mentioned Heis Hovius, and of course Thomas Abrahamson last year played that flank so well and was very effective. And quite a few of the scoring chances that were created came from that style of play. So I hope, again, I think a key to the season will be settling into that even sooner. Again, we have guys who've only just arrived for about a week in Fort Wayne, and so literally still getting to know one another at all, much less playing together. So it's a big ask, but I think it would be very productive use of their time to create those bonds.
Mm-hmm. Now it's Dayton time to keep the ball. Both teams trying to study the opponent. We can see that both center backs for Dayton Dutch Lions are tall.
Yes.
Number 29, Zach Amro is 6'6", and the number 30, Bas De Vries, is 6'4". So we can see that Fort Wayne maybe cannot explore the aerial aspect of the game. So probably it's better for them to try to run in behind to explore their speed.
Well,
these two guys are tall.
That challenge was always right in the front for me at 5'6". So keep the thing low rather than high when they're 6'6", where you're going against them.
Here comes Mihov, the first shot of the game. Mihov with the right foot. Not his best foot, but Fortune trying again. Now Mihov with the left. It's a goal!
What a nice finish.
Alexander Mihov. First goal of the season for him. Only 3 minutes on the game. Mihov already showing what he's capable of. He tried with the right foot, not the best foot that he has. The ball bounced and came back in the left foot. And this one, we already know. The quality that he has, what he's capable of doing with his lefty foot, and the ball is on the back of the net.
Well, I loved how you saw that coming, Luca. The right foot, not his stronger foot, and no sooner said than right laced up on his left boot. So that was a fantastic finish, a great way to start the 2024 season.
Fort Wayne FC starting the season the best way possible. A goal in the first, we can say the first shot on target of the season. Mihov tried with the right, the shot got blocked, ball bounced back to him, left foot, no chance for the goalkeeper, no chance for Jason Ball, Dayton Dutch Lions goalkeeper. Great way to start the season for Fort Wayne, and great way to start the season for Mihov, that we could see last season here, showing his quality, the guy that is a talented player. And there's no better way to start a season than with a goal, right?
Absolutely. Well, and hopefully that takes care of a lot of the opening game jitters, and they can settle in with confidence now, as they have, moving the ball from side to side so confidently. Dayton looks content to kind of pull back and just sit in a little bit, giving Fort Wayne that opportunity to hold the ball. Another throw-in coming in here for Fort Wayne. Well, early pattern as well, looking to move the ball through Mihov as well, right? Not only in the attacking area, the attacking third, but also as they move the ball forward, playing through that central position, hoping to create those opening passing lanes to be ever more productive.
Early on the game, we can see they don't play more in a 4-3-3. Fort Wayne FC starting as a 4-3-3, but moving a lot. We could see already 5 guys stretching the back line of Dayton. We could see Chatoro coming in the middle to combine with the midfielders. So I bet we can see a Fort Wayne FC that's going to be very fluid.
Yes, absolutely. And Coach Avery spoke of that the other night as well, of initially beginning with that 4-3-3 and then seeing what the personnel, which obviously, a skilled coach of his level is always going to rely on what the players show him in terms of designing his system of play. And so you're absolutely right, Luke. I think fluid is exactly the right description of what we'll see. Looking very organized defensively here thus far as well. Dayton not really having an opportunity to penetrate in any way thus far. Of course, it is early, 8 minutes in, but again, I think the confidence that Fort Wayne already has in the back speaks for itself.
We can tell that like every great team starts with a good defense, right?
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's again, if you're loose in the back, it's hard to create anything moving forward just because you're always sort of looking over your shoulder and making sure space behind you is covered and locked down. Whereas if those defenders are rock solid, now you have the freedom to kind of be a little more creative and move a little bit more freely up toward the front. So that, again, always creating those opportunities based on knowing they're behind, that you're covered behind.
See on the game, like even though we have only 9 minutes so far, is that Fort Wayne is willing to have the ball a little bit more, right?
Yes.
They're looking to have longer possessions, like work a little bit more on the ball, like be a little bit more patient. And on the other side, like when Dayton gets the ball, as they get right now, they go for the counter-attack.
Yep.
They try to explore the space they have. Here they come. Alec Phillip, 1v1 with the keeper. Great save for Aubrey Briscoe.
Very nice save. That's what we've
1v1
also
against Alec Phillip, and Aubrey Briscoe showing why he got Golden Glove last year for the USL.
Absolutely, and again, that's what I was about to say. We've grown used to seeing that very sort of save from Ari, and you know, it's always unfair perhaps to take it for granted or count on it, but it sure is nice when you have an opportunity of that quality that he's right there making a save. Keeping Fort Wayne a goal ahead thus far, approaching, just passing, I guess, 10 minutes already now. So,
yeah, this was definitely a golden chance to Dayton Dutch Lions. Like, this is the ball they're looking for, and it was on the foot of the player they're looking for
absolutely.
to have this opportunity.
Yep.
Alec Phillip, that played 4 seasons for Wright State University and scored 20 goals in 4 seasons.
Wow,
so he's a guy that can put the ball in the back of the net, right?
He struck it well, no question. He was in good position, but I think Ari just came up big and denied him that opportunity. Free kick coming out of the back here for Fort Wayne. Play back to the foot, Ari Briscoe. Appreciate how Fort Wayne is sharing the ball right across the back line as well as in the midfield. There's a nice over-the-top ball. See if he can get it under control.
Do you think it was a foul?
I think it must have bumped up. He was pointing to his arm, so I honestly didn't see the bounce that way. But as I often say, the gentleman in yellow doesn't ask my opinion on those kinds of things. You know, the fans in the seats are allowed to give their opinion quite nicely, but thankfully they don't take their opinions for much either. Fort Wayne making the decision to pressure up high. See if they continue to do that. Whistle on number 10, Connor Osterholt, there for a bit of a violent tackle. Fort Wayne coming back out. See if they can settle down, keep this ball. The ball's been kind of in the air quite a lot here the last minute or two. See if they can settle it back down and gain some control again.
Yeah, we could see in the last like 2 or 3 build-ups then that when the ball hits on the fullback, if it's on the right side with Chatoro or here on the left side with Cuenca, that's the trigger. That's the moment that they don't try to press.
Yes.
But Cuenca was really smart to cut inside and break the pressure 2-3 times already. So let's see if they're going to keep trying to press our Fort Wayne FC fullbacks or if they're going to try something new. They don't have having a little bit more of the ball here. George waits on the ball, trying a long pass in the right side for Jake Johnson. George waits, player from Xavier University. It's the very first moment that we have Dayton with the ball in the offensive side of the pitch, right, Ken?
Yes, very much so. As you said earlier, the quick counterattacks have been pretty much their entire game plan thus far. But yeah, they're holding the ball here. Nice break coming out of the back here for Cuenca. Still Fort Wayne with possession. See if we can create an opportunity here. Very nice ball movement, but unfortunately played straight into the hands of Jason Ball in the goal here for Dayton.
I really like the play from Ruth Schneider.
Yes.
Using his speed, cutting inside, dribbling, and serving Heishovius perfectly. And this is a chance we are not used to see him missing. Like, very, very good play from Ruth Schneider in the right wing and finding Heishovius inside of the box with a good chance for Fort Wayne.
Well, it's encouraging to see them already taking advantage of that space out on the flanks. As you say, Rude taking advantage of being able to carry the ball down. And now here's a nice attack straight down the middle. So we no sooner say that. But you know that, Luca, that's often the way that happens, isn't it? You play 2 or 3 outside, and it causes that defense to spread apart and create those passing lanes inside. And then just to mix it up, bring it right down the center.
Yeah, you're right. Like in a team that has today Brandon Birmingham in the left side and Rude Snyder on the right side, they are able to stretch the other team defense,
yes,
right?
Absolutely.
And these open gaps in the middle for Heishovius, for Beto Anaya, for Mihov to explore. So far, Fort Wayne FC playing really, really well, exploring the wide areas, exploring the middle, and looks like they could not figure it out yet, like how is the best way to defend.
And so far they've had some success with each and all of those, so that's really good.
Great pass from Anthony, finding Heishovius. Fort Wayne advance on the field, trying to keep the ball a little bit higher right here. Patience is going to be key for Fort Wayne since Dayton is putting 11 players behind the ball.
Yes.
Well played.
Patience.
Good chance for
Oh,
Fort
that's
Wayne
very
in the right
nicely
side.
played. Yes. But you're right. The patience to allow those passing lanes to be created first. Oh, there's a bit of a missed touch from the Dayton defender.
Another chance for Fort Wayne. Another shot from Heishovius. And like even though he didn't score today yet, we can see why he scored so much last season, right? Like, that is being
Absolutely.
very aggressive, like
Very dangerous in front of the goal.
He's the type of guy that's a nightmare for the defenders, right?
Absolutely, and he's so strong on the ball as well, so it's hard to reach in and poke it away. So he's always in control of that attack.
I really like the way 420 is playing today. Like we can see that the team is controlling the ball, that it's setting the pace for the match, right?
Absolutely, and as we said right at the outset, if they're able to do that, at least historically speaking, Dayton has not yet been able to figure out how to stay online with Fort Wayne. We've had the better of the results in previous matchups, so again, I think it makes sense for them to play with confidence and create. Once we determine that tone, 6 times of the 7 times these two teams have met, it's been a clean sheet for Fort Wayne. So that's excellent. And 22 total goals against these guys. So unfortunately, what looked like might be a lot of goals scored early here, things have settled down a little bit. But see if we can't create some chances here again.
Yeah, and Ken, like even though like history is on Fort Wayne's side, we can
Yes.
say that on
Yes.
this duel. Like these teams, we know that like every summer is a different team.
Absolutely, that's a great point. And
Great touch from Rude, coming inside, using his speed. Find Beto Anaya. Beto, the first touch. What a save!
wow, very nice save.
What a save by Jason Ball.
Beto placed that very nicely up in that upper right-hand corner. I think fair to say,
What a great chance for
that was a great chance, and fair to say that that one taken away from him. I think, as certainly as much as Briscoe did at the other end. Jason Bell coming up big for his side.
A great chance for 420 FC. We could see Rude Snyder breaking Dayton's defense in the left side, cutting inside, finding Beto. Beto first touch, amazing save for Jason Ball, saving Dayton and keeping the score 1-0 to 420 FC. And Ken, this would not be the first goal that Beto would score against Dayton. Back in 2022, he scored 1 goal in the win that 420 had, 5-0 against Dayton. He was one of the guys that scored for 420 FC. So even though he didn't play last season, he played in 2022 and he scored against Dayton. So maybe he's trying to repeat the dose today, right?
Might as well, right?
Yeah.
Might as well. We are not going to argue with that, are we? Going in hard on a tackle there. Fort Wayne going to have a nice opportunity. Put it in play quickly. Try and catch Dayton. Not quite prepared, but again, even this deep into the attack, Dayton with 9 players in behind the ball, Luca. That's, again, I think the philosophy of just kind of closing down any space whatsoever. Dayton coming back out with a corner or a goal kick here. 23rd minute, still 1-0 to the Fort Wayne FC side. goal in the 3rd minute from Alex Mihov. Beautiful left-footed strike. First goal of the season for him. First goal of the season for Fort Wayne FC.
And the way the game is right now, do you expect Fort Wayne to find the 2nd goal of the season soon, like even in the first half?
I think so. Yeah, I feel like they have settled in a bit more in the midfield than they were early on. They're not quite as aggressive moving forward, but they certainly have had some great opportunities to do so. So I would love to think they would take advantage of that. And again, I think it's key to create the space. Not to hurry the pass. Right, the pass that's going to penetrate. You have to allow it to evolve and develop in terms of the spaces between the defenders before it works effectively. But again, we've seen that from Ruud on that right side. We've seen that from Heis Hovius right down the middle. When the space is there, they're not afraid to take it forward at speed. So I'd love to see another goal here, as I'm sure everyone in the stands. It's awfully quiet to get them back awake here, huh?
Yes, for sure. And by the way, Fort Wayne FC is playing, creating a lot of chances. It's hard for Dayton.
Yes.
Because even though they had a great save from Jason Ball, and now Brandon cut inside and shot, and the ball was inches away to hit the back of the net.
Yep.
You can just do so much, because sometimes when you see these guys, when you have players like Mihov,
another nice save from Bell.
Obvious doing that, attacking you over and over and over again, at some point they are going to find a way to hit the back of the net.
Absolutely. Again, another Mihov taking advantage of that 10 or 12 yards of free space and covered it quickly. Came away with a nice opportunity, and again, Bell coming up big, having to leave his feet for the save. Second corner for Fort Wayne FC coming up here after the header out from the Dayton defenders.
Yeah, Fort Wayne FC knocking on the door, trying to enter, but Dayton is not going to give anything for free for them, huh?
I don't think so. Now there's that 6-6 coming into play. Not sure how much time they've had to dedicate to creating some corner kick plays, but they may be well served tonight to steer clear of those higher services, as we've laughingly sort of suggested already. It's going to be kind of tough for Heis Hovius to out-jump and win a header against 6'4" and 6'6".
Yeah, and our two players, they are not just tall, they have quality.
Yes.
Number 30, De Vries, he played in a good level in Netherlands before, came to the US. And number 29, Zach Amro, he actually played for the national team, Jordanian national team, under 20. So, our players, they are not just tall and are there to head balls away. They know what they are doing.
Yes.
So it's not going to be easy for Fort Wayne to score, especially with headers.
Yes. Well, you mentioned the national team of Jordan. Fort Wayne hails from 13 different countries, as a matter of fact. Much was made the other evening in the meet and greet. And I was just sort of scanning across as well. 5 continents. So North and South America, Europe, Africa, and Asia all represented in blue tonight. So really, you talk about the style of play. That's going to be an interesting thing for this group of young men to kind of settle in on, because they're all coming from very different styles of play and cultural interactions. So, but part of the fun of this league, I think that's probably true of quite a few of these rosters across the country in USL2. So, to be to be a young player again, traveling the world, playing the game, huh?
Yeah, like it's one of the great opportunities that soccer present to these guys, right? To
Absolutely.
meet people from the entire world, to know people that have a very different background than you. And like we can tell that on the field, like they are communicating really well. Like,
Yes.
They're all speaking soccer language right now.
You know, if we didn't know any better, that we'd be hard pressed to call that this was the
Good
first game
opportunity
of
for Dayton.
the first match of the season for both of these teams. Actually, I mean, it's really you've not seen a lot of now that they're we no sooner say that's a bit of a wild ball getting out of pressure there, but no, both teams seem to be pretty settled in and confident on the ball and moving among each other quite nicely. So a credit to the coaching staff of both sides here that they can feel that amount of comfort with one another already, and hopefully a sign of things to come, because again, that's a crucial element to the teams that, as we get into July, the teams that rise to the top are those teams. Fort Wayne FC knocked out by a really solid Flint City team last July. And they went on to compete at the national finals then. But that was a team that was very well put together and very tight. That was a great match. Unfortunately, somebody had to go home, and in that case it was Fort Wayne FC, but certainly nothing to be embarrassed about at all.
Yeah, and you can tell that Fort Wayne FC is doing better and better and better every season, right? And the numbers show that. So they struggled a little in the first season, did a little bit better in the second, conference championship in the third season, going to the playoffs, and now the expectations are that they do even better, right? We
Absolutely.
always want them to do better and better. So
Well, Luca, if we're gonna create a worldwide following here, which even if we have just the parents of these players, we're on 5 continents already, right? But seriously, if we grow that fan base all around the world, they're gonna really want to be playing at their best and showing what they have to the world. Exciting opportunities. And that's one of the stated philosophies and goals of this league, actually, USL2, to create, additional pathways to the professional level for these players. Something that we've struggled with here in the United States for quite a number of years. I know, as I was coming out of college, almost no opportunities to play. Certainly nothing of this structure and magnitude across the whole country. And as we've mentioned, most of these players are still connected to their college playing days, and so even while they're in college, having this opportunity to kind of get a sense of what the professional structure and league looks like.
And Ken, you were talking about this pathway to professional environment. Fort Wayne FC that plays in USL2, it's a semi-professional league, so the most part of these guys are college players,
Correct.
right? But we can tell that Fort Wayne FC already was used as a platform for many guys, right?
Correct.
Here,
And
he
several.
goes across-
That's a dangerous
several
play.
of them
Have
playing
made the move.
professionally.
Absolutely. That's exactly the behind the scenes sort of intention of this league at this level, is to give the guy, while they're still in college, to give them some exposure, because the teams that do compete above this level, USL 1 and Championship, and even the MLS, are watching and paying attention to these players coming through and seeing who the ones that differentiate themselves and make a mark. So again, as is always the case, the vast majority will not make that, but you need a full roster to be able to compete, to allow that one or two players who are capable to have a showcase and a place to show what they have.
Yeah, the opportunity is right there, and the opportunity for the players to move and go to a professional environment or something like that, and also for the fans to see quality players, talented players here in Fort Wayne in front of them, and not only for them but also for the people that are watching us online. We can like we can list here like many players that played for 420 that are all playing professionally. Sebastian Chabot that played last season here with us is playing in Spain professionally. We can talk about Pep Casas that played
Yes,
for 420 FC.
absolutely.
It's playing for Inter Miami. It's playing with Messi today. It's crazy.
That is crazy. That is crazy. And we were laughing about that the other day. And wow, what an opportunity, right? To step on the field and you know, not to shortchange this opportunity as well. You know, obviously these players all hold some hope to move up, but again, the opportunity to travel to the United States and play both in the college and the USL leagues is a great opportunity for these young men coming from literally all over the world again. So this in and of itself is a great movement for them, and again, you never know on any given day who's watching and what it might lead to. Nice solid defending there. No problem for Ari Briscoe. Gonna catch his breath, let everybody spread out across the pitch once more, and
in these first 34 minutes that we had on the game, we could see that Fort Wayne showed performed a little bit better, scored a goal, created chances, but we can tell that like in the past 10-15 minutes they kind of slowed down.
Yes.
And it's kind of dangerous to get too comfortable in the game, right, Ken?
yes, absolutely. They want to, you know, it has been a while, you know, several minutes since they've had that aggressive, assertive move forward. So I would like to encourage
Yellow.
I'm not real
yellow
clear
card
if that was
for
to
Heis
Heis or kind of a sloppy issuing of that yellow card to my mind by the center official, but I do
looked
believe
more
it
like
was.
an accident than
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah. As you said,
First-
I don't think he cares. about
No, our opinion is just to fill the airwaves, right?
And the yellow is there, so Heis better watch and pay attention to the tackles that he's diving to right now, because he's a key player for 420. And
Yes,
I
we
don't
don't-
think they want to play with them.
We
and
do
I don't
not.
think they
Yeah,
wanna
we don't
want to
play
him.
without him. That's a fact. That is a fact. You know, both sides here, the last 8 or 10 minutes, just content to sort of stay in the midfield here, aren't they? Not a whole lot of runs forward.
Yeah, and we can also tell that like it's the very first game of the season, so the legs are probably not 100%. Yeah, the lungs are not 100%
Good
yet.
point. Yeah, that is a good point.
So after 35 minutes of game, like usually it's good for them to slow down and like not take any risks, not commit any mistakes because they don't have the legs anymore. It's not that they are dying or that they are very tired, but it's going to be normal for them to kind of slow down at some points and like pick the best moments to accelerate again and try to create something, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. It'll be interesting to see as we near halftime here, see what Coach Avery may have in mind. He did refer quite significantly to having a pretty robust roster, and thus looking to move quite a few players in and out on a fairly frequent basis. So we'll see what changes he may decide to make relative to what your point just was, Luca, about the legs not quite being fully conditioned for the season just yet. Maybe gives, and not the least of which, giving some other players an opportunity to kind of step on the field and see what they have to offer as well. So lots going on in this first match.
Yes. I would expect to see a lot of subs today, because as you said, like these two factors are very, very important for the coach today. Like one, keep everybody fresh. You don't want to put a player that's playing the first game of the season to play 90 minutes.
Right.
And second, like these guys need an opportunity. Like, it's just the beginning of the season. You don't know, like maybe somebody that's on the bench today is going to finish the season as one of the main players for the team.
Certainly how everyone dreams as they sit on the bench. That's how they dream the season will end, is getting more and more minutes on the field. So
It's actually a very famous sentence in football, in soccer, that the team that starts the season, it's never going to be the team that finishes the season.
That's a fact. Nice ball, settled well from Marud, and looks like they are pointing to the goal kick, as opposed, looked to me like it was going to be another Fort Wayne corner kick, but no such luck.
Yeah, I think it's another time of the game that we have a different perspective of
Yes.
than the referee. From here was a clear corner kick, but he pointed to a goal kick, and the ball's with Dayton again. Good moment for Dayton. Ball in the box for Alec Phillip. First touch.
And offside.
And he was offside.
Yeah, looked like he started his run just a bit too soon, and the ball was just a bit late getting to him. So thankfully for the Fort Wayne, that was you're right. That was a good development for Dayton there. That was a nice attack, 2 against 1 there on that right flank. But timing is everything on that delivery, isn't it? And if the run doesn't time out correctly with the ball being played through, that's what you get. Offside.
Yeah, good moment for Dayton.
Attack. The attack
another
is
good moment that the ball passed through Queen Matulis, the midfielder, the number 12.
Yes.
In 2023, he was Patriot League Scholar Athlete of the Year, Patriot League champion with Boston University, with Boston College. So he's a player that can create these moments. He's a player that has this quality. Maybe the way Dayton is playing today, it's not exploring his best qualities.
Yes.
But he's definitely a key player for Dayton today.
And I tell you,
they can create something.
That's no small feat to be Player of the Year in that league. That's a solid, strong league out in the East Coast, and playing, game in, game out is high caliber opponent. So I think you may be right there that they may want to try to build around what he brings a little bit more solidly.
Yeah, I would say the key for Dayton is to find him, and maybe he can find Alec up top, and this is going to be like their best chance to score. Like, he's trying to find these pockets, he's trying to find this space in the midfield. It's not easy because Fort Wayne FC is very good defensively. We mentioned here that last season they only conceded 3 goals in the conference. They had 10 clean sheets throughout the entire year.
That's a pretty amazing statistic, isn't it?
Yes.
It really is.
Yes. So it's not going to be easy for him, but if I think they have a chance to score and to create something good, the ball must hit his feet. We can see Coach Mike Avery talking with Thomas Lamille. It's always tougher to play on coach side, right?
Yes, of course. It's we always lobby to be on the far side, especially the way this stadium is set up, where you don't even have to deal with any of the fans on the other side as well, because usually that's the choice you have to make, to be directly in front of the coach to have continuous conversation, or to be listening to the nonsense coming out of the bleachers.
42 minutes in the first half. 3 more minutes to play here in the Bishop Darcy Stadium. Fort Wayne trying to finish strong this first half. They scored with only 3 minutes on the game. Created 2 or 3 clear chances to score, and they are trying to score another one here. Good combination. Mihoff trying with the right foot.
Just a little bit underneath that, but you know what? To be fair, Jason Bell has come up big on at least 2 occasions. Taking the one from the right corner from.
Was a shot from Beto, no?
Yes, it
That
was.
Beto-
I was second guessing myself, but yes, it was Beto, and it was well struck into that right upper corner, and Bell did real well to get to it.
Yeah, and 420 cannot say that they did not know that Jason Ball was a good keeper because he played under Coach Keelan, which 420 FC assistant coach.
Yes.
He played with him, under him, for Bowling Green State University. So they cannot say it was a surprise
Yes.
for the coaching staff, right?
That's another. You raise another point there, Luca, about how fun that is from one year to the next to cross paths with players. In terms of players and coaches, but you mentioned players playing in Fort Wayne earlier, and now they're playing with Fort Wayne or against Fort Wayne back here. So it's kind of fun the overlap where you get to kind of build that fraternity even on opposing teams a little bit, that everybody's in it together.
Yeah. And I said that Jason Ball is a goalkeeper for Bowling Green State University. Fun fact, Beto and I is the captain of Bowling Green State University.
There you go.
So they are actually teammates. Maybe he already knew where this ball was going, right? Good first touch from Beto, but Jason Ball was there to save Dayton. We have 30 more seconds here in the first half. And Jason Ball is going long for this goal kick. 30 seconds. You don't want to take any risks
Yeah,
to
we'll see.
consider goal at the end of
Not a whole lot of stoppage during this first half of play.
No.
Thankfully, no injuries. That's always a pleasant comment to make. Had the one yellow card, but not a whole lot of delay. Yep, just a single minute added on as stoppage time.
So we go into 46. 1 more minute to play here in the first half.
This is that dangerous time, though, Luca, where you give one away, and it feels a lot heavier than a single goal, doesn't it? Because in either case, should Fort Wayne score, now Dayton goes in 2-0 down as opposed to 1, and should Dayton score, that's Fort Wayne letting the lead of 1-0 slip away and going in equalize. So again, the weight of the final minute or two of the half is always there's the whistle.
And we are done in the first half.
1-0.
FC 1, Dayton Dutch Lions 0. Fort Wayne starting the season strong in the first half. A goal with 3 minutes. The Hawk hitting the back of the net, scoring this first goal for Fort Wayne FC. In a first half that we can say it was fair, a win for Fort Wayne.
I think so. I think that is an accurate assessment of the first half. Having the better of play and certainly confident on the ball. Again, I would like to see them continue to push forward a little bit more aggressively. But certainly solid in the back. Gave away that one chance that Ari Briscoe had to come up big with the save. But other than that, I don't think Dayton Dutch Lions created a whole lot of dangerous opportunities. Certainly didn't have the ball for long periods of time down in the attacking end. So that's also good for Fort Wayne.
Perfect. So this was the first half. We are going to come back for the second half. Fort Wayne FC against Dayton Dutch Lions. USL 2 here from the Bishop Darcy Stadium in Fort Wayne.
so probably 40, 45 pounds. She is doing amazing with us. She's the best dog ever. She loves her boat rides.
Yeah.
She loves her toys. She loves her stuffed animals. She is the best dog. We could not have been luckier to get her, so we can't wait to have her for lots of years.
We're the ones that got lucky, and we're just very grateful. She is one of a kind and extremely happy.
Batteries. We wanted to introduce Delaney Atkinson, who's from Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control, and we appreciate everything that they do for our community. And she wants to share some information for us about their organization.
Thank you, Lori. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. If you got to see the video that was just on the big screen, that was Daisy. And she was rescued through our shelter, Fort Wayne Animal Care. And I also wanted to thank Fort Wayne FC for inviting us tonight and letting us spread our mission and how important our organization is. So thank you again. So Fort Wayne Animal Care and Control is Northeast Indiana's largest open access shelter. So that means we cannot turn animals away. Animals like Daisy, we are committed to taking care of. And we see around 11,000 animals per year with only about 50 employees. So we have relied so much on our volunteers, our fosters, our community, because we could not help these animals without everyone involved. All of our programs consist of volunteering, fostering. We have animal control officers that help protect our city and the pets that we love. So we actually fall under public safety, under the Fort Wayne Police Department. So not a lot of people are aware of that. And what that consists of is cruelty investigations, unfortunately, like animals with Daisy. So again, we would just love to promote how much your support means to us. And we truly need a lot of support as of recently because we are overflowing with animals. We have kittens coming through our doors every single day. So if you have an extra spot in your home and you would love to take care of some animals temporarily, I promise it's a wonderful experience. It's free. We provide everything for the families. You don't have to live in Fort Wayne either, so definitely check that out. We would love to have your support. We also have youth programs. I see a lot of kiddos today. So if you have an animal-loving kiddo, we serve anyone from preschool all the way up to 18 years old. So definitely check out our youth programs. And if you have a dog, I saw some cute dogs today, make sure that they are microchipped because we receive so many lost animals every single day. Over 100 are in our building right now that came as strays and we are trying to find their owners. So we provide $15 microchipping services, walk in Monday through Friday, super simple, super quick. And we also offer free ID tags. So definitely make sure your animals have those. And thank you again everyone for your support and for listening today. And of course, if you want a new furry family member, check out Fort Wayne Animal Care Control.
thank you guys for everything you do for us. Thank you. Okay, now we've got a game for you guys. I'm going to let Matt take it from here.
Hello, everyone. You enjoyed the half. We have a fun halftime game for you right here, leading up after Clifford. The goal is for each team to pick up toys and return them to the bucket. We have Team 1 be on the far side. We have Team 2, which will be in the middle. And we have Team 3, which will be closer to the stand. When I say go, they're going to go and start picking up the toys. Are you guys ready? Okay. Ready, set, go. Freeze getting off to a lead here. Our Team 3's got a commanding lead. Teams 1 and 2 need to start to catch up. Hurry, 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 hurry. And congratulations to Team 3. Everyone give them a round of applause.
Soccer fans, while it's still halftime, it is still time to enjoy refreshing beverages from Budweiser, Michelob, Modelo, Miller Lite, and Goldstein from Hop River Brewing, or enjoy Truly Seltzers and a variety of wines. And there's still time to enjoy pretzels, popcorn, and more from our concession stand. Or how about some delicious brats, hot dogs, and burgers from the Fort Wayne Sport Club. All that is available in the main concourse. We also want to take a moment to thank the Fort Wayne Police Department for their services today. And just a reminder to stop by the Fort Wayne FC Fan Shop. We'll find jerseys, apparel, scarves, and much more to show your Fort Wayne FC pride.
Hello, everybody. It's time to be back for the second half. Fort Wayne FC 1, Dayton Dutch Lions 0. Ken, can you give us an overview about this first half?
Yeah, I think, Fort Wayne settled in nicely. They came out very confident, and they got that early goal, which kind of allowed them to settle in nicely and be, very deliberate about their attack. I think they used especially the right side attack out on that flank quite nicely. So we'll see if they continue to go to Rude more often than not. But again, I think spreading the field nicely, holding the ball nicely. I think Dayton again had that one really nice chance that Ari Briscoe was able to come up big. But otherwise, I think it was fair to say Fort Wayne had the stronger of the halves, and it's a new 45 minutes. Looks like pretty much everyone back on the pitch that walked off at the end of the first half, so we'll see what moves the coaches may make. Here's a nice...
And here comes Fort Wayne. Brandon,
Yes.
The goalkeeper is off the line. Brandon cut inside. The goalkeeper is off, takes a shot. And it's an incredible block by the number 29, Zach Ambro. As we said, national team, under 20 national team for Jordan, saving Dayton Dutch Lions here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what we were thinking there. Kind of an unusual opportunity with the goalkeeper clear off his line. Seems maybe we could have taken a little better advantage of that than we did.
So yeah, pretty much the same teams that played in the first half came back to the second half. I can see from here, looks like number 9, Ramsey Shahim. He's playing up top for Dayton Dutch Lions, and Alec Phillip is out. Am I right? Am I going crazy? No, it's number 9, Ramsey Shaheen, playing as a striker for Dayton in the second half. How did you see Alec Phillip in the first half?
Yeah, I'm not sure he's their big... That didn't look good, did it?
Yeah, no, we could hear from him.
Yeah, just the way he responded to it. Hopefully he gets up quickly here. There he comes.
But yeah, like he had a good chance, a 1v1.
Very good
that he
chance,
missed.
yes. But, I don't know that he had his foot on the ball as often as I thought. Again, to your comment of maybe not realizing they need to play up through him a little bit more frequently, because I don't think he necessarily had as many plays in front of the goal. Of course, Dayton didn't really have that solid possession enough to be able to create those chances the same as Fort Wayne did.
It's always frustrating to a number 9 when
Yes.
you don't touch the ball and
Absolutely.
you want to get this
Yes.
opportunity to score. So like I can probably I am sure that now he's very frustrated, like didn't touch the ball a lot in the first half, had one great chance, missed it, and it's subbed at halftime.
Yep.
But the coach must try to do new things, right? Maybe
Yes.
he's trying to put somebody else in and change the dynamics of the game. Let's see how it works for him. So, same teams from the first half, but with Ramsey Shahim entry for Alex Phillip. Let's see if Dayton is going to change the way they played in the first half. We can see them trying to get the ball in the offensive side of the field, something that did not happen a lot in the first half. But the ball is already back with Fort Wayne FC, and it's a throw-in that's going to be taken by number 16, Shatoro. Shatoro that played for Monroe Community College, back-to-back national champions with Monroe Community College. A guy that for sure is taking the step to go to a university in the next fall, and a guy that was very, very successful in the community college environment. 2 national championships for him.
Yeah, that's that you spoke earlier this evening about the culture of winning, and that it doesn't matter what level, but that's a pretty high level. To be consistently over 2 seasons to be playing at that level is, that's going to carry over, and that's something he's going to be able to add to his whatever roster he is on otherwise, isn't it?
Yeah, it's never easy to win, regardless of the tournament that we play in. It's never easy to win, to be a champion, and he played in a great team, and he's playing now with 420 FC, another great team that he's having the opportunity to play, and we can see his quality. In the first half, he was very, very solid defensively. He was coming a little bit in the midfield, helping the team to build up, to break pressure from Dayton Dutch Lions. So we can see here, watching the game, that we're talking about a quality player, a player that has the talent to succeed. Only 5 minutes in the second half, but we already can see a Dayton team that's trying to keep the ball a little bit longer.
Yes, I agree. Yes.
Looked like in the first half they were in a rush, they were trying to.
And they
go
played a
always
lot of those long balls over the top,
Exactly.
which they weren't really receiving them well. So I was kind of surprised they didn't try to work it through on the ground a bit more.
How is it not?
Yes,
a foul?
I'm not sure myself.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
that's.
Jesus Christ, another moment that we disagree with the call on the field. Looked like a clear foul. I'm sure it was a foul. He did not call it, and it's a throw-in for Dayton. Number 4 on the ball, Jake Johnson. And the ball's already back with 420 FC. Is recovering the ball for 420. Always very solid in this back line. We could see him play here last season in a defensive system that only conceded 3 goals in the conference, that kept 10 clean sheets over the year, and we can see today that he's already leading the team. It's a captain for this year.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on Thiago Diaz?
Oh, I like what he brings. He's not only within his own game, but he takes charge and keeps things organized. There's a reason he's wearing that band. That's a good challenge at midfield, slowing him down.
The pace of the game again looks a little bit slower, but it's something common, right? When you come back from halftime, it takes some time to warm up.
I think so,
again,
yeah.
to get our legs going. Let's see, a good chance here for 420. Cuenca, good cross, but once again it's Zach there. Zach Emro being the main center back, being the main man in this back line for Dayton. Him and the goalkeeper, Jason Ball, doing a great job today. And even though they already conceded 1 goal in this game, they are doing a solid job right here and keeping Dayton on the game. That already had a clearance on the goal line. Jason Ball that made an incredible save in the first half in a shot from his teammate Beto Anaya.
Yes.
So Dayton, they are keeping Dayton on the game, and it's only 1-0.
Yes.
So at any moment, they have a chance. Even though things look like they are controlled here for Fort
Yes,
Wayne.
exactly right. That's always a danger, and the longer you allow a team to come in, and then I've been a part of many, many, many games that turn out that way, where you're leading, and then next thing they score, and now they have the momentum moving forward, and difficult to get that back again.
Yeah, like 1-0, 2-1, 3-2. Like when you are like one goal up to the opponent, like you're too close to chaos, right?
Yes.
It's just one moment, one late tackle, and everything can go chaotic in the game. Like the momentum can change. So it's always better to create a bigger advantage and have things controlled, actually
Yes.
controlled. Because right
Yes.
now they look like they're controlled, but one ball can change everything. Handball from Ramsey Shaheen. And just like Alec in the first half, looks like he's a little bit disconnected from the team, right? He's
Yes.
almost like fighting by himself against like many times against 3-4 players. It's a tough spot to be.
Yes.
Do you think there is something that Dayton can do to like put some players around him and like help him somehow?
Well, and again, I think that it goes a step behind that, where, you know, if you don't have the possession coming through the midfield, you know, if you're just, again, see, he delivers this ball 40 yards, you know, there's no way to build anything, and they don't, excuse me, they don't seem to be interested in even trying to do that.
I mean, see, once again, like he tries to press, but he's by himself against 2, 3, 420 NFC players, and it's easy for 420 to build up around him. Now it's a moment that Dayton could possibly take advantage of, like when they get this ball and try to attack 420 while 420 is disorganized, but they could not get anything out of that, and it's another throw-in for Dayton. Okay, again, 10 minutes in the second half, 11 minutes in the second half right now to be exact. Do you think it's time for Coach Mike Avery to start thinking about putting somebody on the field?
You know what? Traditionally, it's closer to the 20 or 25 minute mark. You know, so I don't see a whole lot of activity. There are a few guys down in the corner, but they're not. A couple of guys moving the knees up and down, but not.
It looks
not
like
yeah,
they're
not-
starting, right?
Yes,
Just
so-
stretching. Like
Yes. So, you know, again, so they're Dayton making a move there. 26.
26 on the
Betcher
field.
coming on for Johnson for the
Real
Dayton
Butcher.
Dutch Lions.
Yes.
So, again, another forward-moving player. Dayton trying to shake it up a little bit.
Yes, he's a winger, plays as a midfielder too. And we can see that he's already occupying this right side of the field. Not on the screen yet, but like from here we can see that he's going to play like as a right winger. We can see that Dayton is trying to build something, like trying to put weapons that can hurt
Yes.
Fort Wayne, right?
Yes. It's an unlucky bounce there. I called it out before it hit his arm, I guess. So Fort Wayne gets the throw.
One thing that we saw a lot in the first half that I would like to see a little bit more in the second half is the players in the midfield for Fort Wayne FC playing together. Like we
Yes.
could see Anthony, Beto, Mihov in the first half playing playing short passes, connecting passes, 1-2,
Yes.
and like they were being able to break the pressure from Dayton every time. I think they have to do it more now in the second
Yeah,
half.
they have not been connected quite. Really, not much at all. And neither, to be fair, neither side has has settled into any sort of a rhythm here in the second half. It kind of seems disjointed, doesn't it? Where a lot of balls flying free, and
as we could see again in the replay, Hutchinson with the effort here in the left wing, and Thiago Diaz, captain of Porto NFC, doing really well to keep him wide and put the ball for a corner. A good chance for Dayton. Here they come in the second post. Comes the cross, and it's a great effort for Cuenca, because who was there? Zach. With his 6'4", ready to head the ball inside the net. But Cuenca did really well.
not out of danger yet. They've got another corner kick coming.
And as we mentioned in the first half, it's a good way for Dayton to attack Fort Wayne. Right?
I would
With
think
the two
so,
tall
yeah. They
fullbacks.
have a definite advantage. I mean, Rude is being towered over as we speak. And they play to the ground, huh?
And it's
Oh,
a
boy.
deflection, it's a goal.
Oh, boy.
Dayton Dutch Lions score with number 26 that just entered on the field, Drew Butcher. 2 or 3 minutes after entering the field, he scores for Dayton. There was a deflection in the middle of the way. I'm not sure who deflected it. Let's see if we can see in the replay. Drew shot, the ball deflected. No chance for Ori Briscoe.
No, he had a good position on the original shot, but as you say, once it was deflected.
Dayton Dutch Lions goal scored by number 26, Drew Butcher.
As we were talking, Fort Wayne FC was too close for chaos.
Yes.
And it's one ball, it's 1-1, and now everything's different on the game.
Everything is. And Dayton has had the better of play here for the last 10 minutes.
Yes, we cannot say it was unfair.
No, that was not against the flow of play whatsoever. And again, ironically, having those two solid, tall players in there, they play the ball on the ground and find success.
Yeah, 1-1 in the game. Here comes Fort Wayne. Mihov to Heiss Hovius open. Snyder on the right wing, combining with Beto.
Oh, a nice give and go there.
Good
and
pass.
oh, he's taking too
What
long.
a tackle. And
Oh,
it's a
my-
second chance. Beto, he goes on the ground, but it's not a penalty.
No, I think
Not
he
a
would have been
penalty.
better served to play through that and take the ball to goal from that distance.
Once again, we have to highlight Drill with a great tackle. Here comes Cuenca. Good ball. Heiss Hovius. The turn, the shot. But it's offside.
Offside was it?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I
It
don't
seems
know
he
if
played
it's
the ball
offside.
back. But boy, on that the first attack, I'm not sure why Heiss seemed to take extra time on that. He had the opening. He needs to be a more seasoned attacker there and take that to the goal much more quickly.
Yeah, and we could see like a great tackle from Drew Butcher. He that just
Yes.
scored, entered in the game 3 minutes later, he scored the goal and now saved Dayton because Heiss Hovius was ready to shot and he did an amazing effort with a
Yes.
slide tackle to put his body on the way and deny the opportunity to Fort Wayne FC. And I am with you. In the second ball, Beto should be a little bit quicker.
Yes.
Because he had the opportunity to shoot, he take an extra touch, another extra touch, and the opportunity was done.
It's gone. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Better a half chance than no chance.
And from a close range, like it was
Yes.
inside the box. Sometimes you shoot, and maybe
Absol-
the ball can deflect, and
Ah,
somebody,
yes.
or like it's hard for the goalkeeper.
It is
Many
from that
people-
distance. That's why I say I'm not sure what his thinking was, how he was going to improve on his positioning to be, already he was in a good position to take it to goal.
As we talking, I can see on the stands Noe Garcia and Luke Jones that played for Fort Wayne FC
Yeah.
in our first season.
Yes.
Noe Garcia that scored Fort
Yes.
Wayne FC first
Yes.
ever goal.
Yes, I remember it.
So two guys that helped to build the beautiful story that Fort Wayne FC is building are here on the building, supporting friends that are playing, and also supporting the team that they played for and the team that they probably becoming a fun, right?
Yes. And as we've said a couple of times tonight, Luca, that's one of the benefits of this whole operation is that very thing, is no matter where you end up a year or 2 years later, these are friends you've made and will always be friends. Whether you show up on the other side of the field or in the stands, those are the people you take away with good memories and good relationship.
And we can see some movement on 420 FC bench. Coach Mike Avery preparing the first change. As we can see, the assistant coach Keelan talking with number. If I'm not wrong, is Ethan McNeil, number 28. Ethan McNeil talking with Coach Mike Avery and Keelan, getting the instructions and getting ready to enter for 420 FC. While Dayton comes, good opportunity for Dayton here, and the momentum is off. Number 9 for Dayton took a couple more touches on the ball that he needed, and the moment is off. So Ethan McNeil preparing to get on the field for 420. He's a forward. Coach Mike Avery trying to change something here, trying to make 420 FC a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more dangerous. And it's also number 17 stepping up on the field for 420 FC. Two forwards coming for 420 FC, Michael Kidman and Ethan McNeil. Let's see who is coming off the field. Both of them strikers. Both of them guys that can score. We're talking about number 17.
21 goals for
yes.
Oakland.
Yes, Michael Kidman that scored 21 goals and 5 assists in 4 seasons for Oakland. He actually had an injury problem last season,
Yes.
and the season before the last, and could not play. Last season he came back, played for Oakland, was the top scorer for Oakland last season. So he's a guy that can score, that can put the ball in the back of the net, and this is exactly what 420 FC needs right here.
Yes.
Eight goals scored for Oakland last season for number 17, Michael Kettman. I think everybody here in the stadium hopes that he shows us.
Yes, shows
what
us
he's
some of that.
capable of. We're both going to have about 20-25 minutes to have an impact on the game. 420 that created many chances in the first half, could easily have like 2-3-0 lead in the first half. They did not capitalize on that, and it's 1-1.
Correct. And that does oftentimes comes back to play against you when you have the better play and don't put the ball in the back of the net, and you leave that opportunity for Dayton to come back and equalize, and now you're right back where you were.
You know what, Ken? Like in Brazil, we have a sentence that says the ball punishes.
Yes.
The ball punishes you.
Yes, I like this saying.
if you don't treat the ball well, if you don't score, if you don't do the right things, the ball is going to punish you. And this is what's happening right here in front of our eyes.
Boy, that was unnecessary.
Yeah, late tackle, not the best decision for Cuenca. That's exactly what 420 FC does not need right now. A defender with a yellow card, it's not necessary.
It's like Dayton is going to put a substitution as well. It's like Haruto Hori to come on. So let's see who,
Number 28, Ethan Keogh McNeil for number 20, Brandon Birmingham.
Birmingham is out.
Also sitting at number 17, Michael Ketterman.
Birmingham and Heis Hovius out. Michael and Ethan in.
Heis Hovius is done for the night. Let's see if this can change the inner workings a little bit and create some chances. Fort Wayne has not really created a good scoring opportunity in the second half yet. Dayton, of course, capitalizing on the best chance they had, and they've had the ball down in their attacking end, several corner kicks, and
And a Dayton Dutch Lions substitution.
Yeah, if we try to remember, we'll probably remember like these first chance that they had with like 1 minute. Remember that the
Yes.
goalkeeper got off the line, Brennan
Yes.
cut him inside,
yes.
took 1-2 touches, shot, and Zach saved Dayton on the line.
You're right.
But other than this, they didn't.
And you know what? The reason that maybe I didn't remember that is it was very unspectacular. I thought, what an unusual opportunity with the goalkeeper out of position and to put it right at the defender. It seems we could have done better with that. You're right.
Yeah, and it was something very sporadic because after this, Fort Wayne did not produce anything else. And like, I don't know if they set a good standard in the first half and like got us used to this standard, but like in the first half they created like 5-6 clean chances to score. So we know that this team has the capability to create chances, to hurt the opponent team. So like they need to do that now. They need to raise the pace, raise the rhythm, create chances, and I'm sure that they can create a goal with the 20 minutes left that they have here.
Yes.
It's an offside. Once again, number 9. Ramzi Shaheen trying to create something by himself. Good movement. Off the shoulders of Fort Wayne FC defenders. Cut to his left. But Thomas was very, very accurate in the tackle. Even though he was offside, it was a great effort from Thomas to stop him.
You know, Luca, we've made mention of the players and the coaches here at Fort Wayne FC, but also give a shout out to the a nice chance. Oh, off the post. He was slow getting up. Looks like maybe cramping a little bit.
Once again, Mihov creating something incredible for Fort Wayne FC. Great turn,
Boy,
great touch, great shot. Unlucky because the ball hit the post. But that's what Fort Wayne FC must do. Like, put him to play, put the wingers to play, go wide, go in the middle, create,
Yes.
running behind, like, put in the effort. Like, we can see that some guys are already starting to cramp. Like,
Yes.
it's tough. It's the first game of the season. But, like, you are 18 minutes away, 20 minutes away of a win or a tie.
Yes.
And, like, maybe it's the
Now
mental
it's time
piece that
to
you need.
to dig deep.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Like, you either
Well, that
do the
was a
run.
very, very nice, well-taken chance by Mihov on that one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, not quite where it needed to be.
You can see the play again. See, like, Beto and I are finding him. Good turn. Puts the ball in the right place. Hit with his left foot. It's a great strike. It was
Very
just
good.
unlucky.
Very good strike. He hit that very well.
You can see by the goalkeeper's reaction that, like, he had no chance. If the ball goes in the goal,
Yes.
like, there's nothing the goalkeeper can do in that
Yep,
situation.
exactly. The
Jason Ball was just looking and, like, hoping that the ball was...
bars are his friend.
Yes. Yes. But it's part of a good keeper, right?
Yes.
You gotta be lucky.
Yes.
You gotta have a friend in the post.
So while they're stopped here, I was about to mention and give kudos to the sponsors who helped to make this season a possibility for Fort Wayne FC, and behind the scenes, but we appreciate their support and all they do. Obviously Ruoff Mortgage, the primary sponsor of Fort Wayne FC, and making their mark as the home team here at Bishop Darcy Stadium. We have Valbruna Stainless, a leader in specialty steel products here in the area, is a sponsor. Corporate Holdings provide a whole range of services, electronics and manufacturing equipment. Sponsor here of Fort Wayne FC, as is ProFed Credit Union, a long-serving financial services operation in Fort Wayne. Glad to have them part of the team. Best One, McMahon Best One Automotive industry, providing your automotive and tire needs. Puma, obviously the official apparel company for Fort Wayne FC. OPS, of course, providing health and fitness care for the players and all concerned with Fort Wayne FC. Fort Wayne Metals also on board, as is Bowen Center as a mental health care provider. Lassus Brothers, independent gasoline suppliers and convenience stores here in the Fort Wayne and Allen County area, a new sponsor for this 2024 season. We appreciate their jumping on board. Been here a long time, almost 100 years in the Fort Wayne area. So again, want to thank all of those sponsors. J.K. O'Donnell, a wonderful host for the meet and greet the other night with the players and coaches, getting a chance to be introduced to the Fort Wayne community. So again, thanks to all those sponsors, as well as all the fans here in the bleachers. You out there in the cyber world listening, watching tonight. Going to be a great season. 3 minutes in, we thought it was going to be a much more exciting evening for Fort Wayne FC, but it's not finished yet. We've got about 14 minutes to pull this one out. Equalized at 1-1 right now, but Fort Wayne has had some play here in the attack. Oh, that's a nice chance for Mihoff. Oh, my goodness.
By Jason Ball. Jason saving Dayton Dutch Lions again.
That was a nice build-up.
Great play in the left side by
nice.
Ethan McNeil.
Yes.
Finding Mihoff, finding his left foot. This is a great strike, huh?
It's a great setup and a great delivery and a great strike. Unfortunately, went right to the near post where ball happened to be, and he... All right,
then. That's a goal for Fort Wayne FC. Ethan McNeil.
Boy, he has made the most of his minutes, huh? He's only been in for just a few moments. Lays a beautiful ball off to Mihoff, and now has his own opportunity to put it into the back of the net.
Exactly, Ken. Let's see it again. We can see, it's a cross coming on the second post. Thiago Diaz goes up. Our captain goes up, fights for it. The ball bounced here and there, and Ethan McNeil was very, very smart to put his right foot on the ball and put the ball in the back of the net. Fort Wayne FC 2, Dayton Dutch Lions 1.
Yeah, that's an opportunistic opportunity or chance there, isn't it? Where he, as you say, he attacked the ball very quickly, moved aggressively. It was kind of bouncing around in a sea of people, and again, take advantage of that chance to put your foot on the ball and right into the roof of the netting.
You know something, Ken? I played with many guys from Indiana Tech that played with Ethan last summer. He played for Lubbock Matadors. And I was talking to them, asking about him, and the main thing they said was the guy can hit the ball and the guy can score goals.
Yes.
And we could see it. They were not lying, right?
Yes.
3-4 minutes in the game, he put his foot on the ball, hit it really well, and scored for Fort Wayne.
Well, and oftentimes, from a coaching perspective, I've shared with younger players that, scoring is and being a striker is really all about the mental attitude that you have. You have to have an attitude of, the first thought always has to turn, how do I get the ball into the goal? Dribbling and passing are secondary to, you're always positioning yourself, and that was very evident on that goal that, it was bouncing. There were 4, 5, 6 players right around the ball, and he's the one who made the decision to make the move to the ball and strike it home. So, again, you first have to think about it and visualize it before you can actually produce. If you have to take the, and we've seen that a couple of times tonight, where you have to take time to think about what you're going to do, and then the moment is gone, isn't it?
Yes, exactly. It's the toughest thing in the game, right? To score a goal.
Yes.
Like, this is why we have hundreds of people here, thousands of people here watching the game, hundreds of people working on this game, watching. This is why we love the game.
Yes.
It's because of the goals. So it's the toughest thing, like everybody working to score goals and to prevent these goals from the opponent.
Yeah.
So like if you have somebody that can put the ball, have this ability to put the ball in the back of the net, like this is gold for a football team, to a soccer team.
And
so,
you know what? Not only is it gold, it costs you gold, because you need to. Those are the players who get the top dollar, aren't they? The ones who figured that out.
Let's see, Dayton coming. Thiago Diaz, always him clearing things for Fort Wayne FC. Another great match from our captain. Dayton now trying to be a little bit more offensive. We can see them pinning players in the offensive side of the field, but this opens a lot of space for Fort Wayne, and this opens a lot of space for Schneider. Ethan is free on the left
that
side.
was a very nice
The idea
thought.
was very good. The idea was good. Zach was there to block the pass, and here comes Dayton. The game starts to be a little back and forth here.
Yes.
Dayton
Stretch
inside the
from
box.
end to end.
Drill, pass the ball, drill. Nefil blocked by Mihov in the last second. Across in the second post, Thiago Diaz is there to save.
Still not out of danger.
Nice try.
That's
Number 8. Nice try from George Waite. But not the
Michael
best.
Salios
Not the best pass.
coming.
Number 7, Alexander Mihov leaving the field, scored the first goal of the season in the first half, 3 minutes in the game, hit the post in the second half. What can you say about this the performance he had today?
For my money, I think he's, although we're a bit premature, he's the man of the match for me. Certainly from Fort Wayne FC. I don't know, for the Dayton Dutch Lions, Jason Ball's making a case to be the man of the match, isn't he? But no, Mihov, not only the goal, but also, creating some very, very good chances, striking the ball very nicely, forcing Jason Ball to come up big, forcing Jason Ball to rely on his goalpost to keep it out of the back. But yeah, I think Mihov had a very solid 80 minutes, certainly for the initial match of the season. I think he should go home very satisfied. Put his shoes on the porch and sit in the chair happy.
Yeah, right now we are going to be able to see Mikhail Tselios from Greece, a guy that plays for University of Indianapolis, all conference first team in the Great Lakes Valley Conference last year, conference champion with University of Indianapolis, 4 goals and 7 assists last season, penalty taker for the team, like a guy that's a captain for University of Indianapolis, a guy that definitely can show his quality here for Fort Wayne FC.
Yes,
Definitely can help Fort Wayne FC to create chances and to create goals.
And he's built very solid. See if he uses that thickness and size to his advantage. Looks like it's certainly matching up the two defenders from Dayton on this left side. Certainly, he should be able to have the physical advantage.
Now we enter in this moment of the game that nobody wants to commit a mistake.
Yes.
What we can say.
Nice.
Here comes Fort Wayne FC. It's across in the first post. Michel
yes.
in the second post. Once again. Zach saving Dayton for the second time in the game. Zakaria Emro saving
from
Dayton.
The line.
Second time he saves Dayton from the line. Jesus Christ, that was great.
I again make point though. I think that mentality of going to goal. I think the first time he needs to strike that ball with authority and get that in the back of the net.
Throw in for 420 FC. Just in the moment that we were talking about, like,
Yes.
the crucial moment of the game that we enter in, right? So right now, like, none of the teams want to commit any mistakes. Of course, they don't want to commit any mistakes during the entire game. But right now, we know that it can cost you points. It can cost you a win. So 420 trying to capitalize and score the third goal that would put things in a better scenario here for them. And Dayton looking for this tie, looking for the 2-2. Let's see who is capable to score a goal or to hold this win here.
Well, and it's clearly dangerous to say the wrong thing at the wrong time and never say never, but a goal there at the 84th minute would put us in pretty good position to get away with the win tonight. But as it stands, we'll have to be content with 2-1. See if we can play out the final 8 or 10 minutes without conceding another goal to the Dutch Lions.
Shatoro's right there. I really liked the way he played today.
Yes.
Very consistent defensively, right?
Yes.
Always solid. Once again, like, Shatoro on the ball, like, covering his back. Like, every time Dayton tried to play a long ball on his back, he was there covering 1v1 against Andrew Needfield. But, like, even in the beginning of the game, he was winning the most duels that he had against Dayton wingers. So a great match, a great opening match so far for Shatoro.
Yes.
NFC.
Well, and maybe make our way around the field a little bit now, Luca, in the final minutes here of who's shown themselves to have a good start. I think certainly Thiago has had a very solid day in the back, very consistent. Obviously we've mentioned Mihoff, we've mentioned obviously Ethan scoring a goal in this first handful of minutes.
Yeah. If I had to highlight players here today, I would say, of course, Thiago was amazing defensively. The goal scorers, Mihov, not just because of the goal, but
correct.
Like
he was involved in many of the attacks.
Exactly, like he hit the post, he was the main guy creating chances for 420 FC. Ethan, that scored the goal that right now is giving the win to 420 FC. And I would like to mention also Shatoro and Cuenca. I think the fullbacks were very consistent today. Other than this, like, not very smart yellow card that Cuenca got in the second half, I think he did really well. So I would say that these were the main players that, like, I can highlight here today in this game. And of course, it's a long season.
It is a long season, and
we'll see other players shine for 420 FC for sure.
Perhaps because we grew to expect so many good things from Heis Hovius last year. A little disappointed in his overall match tonight, but had a couple of good attacks very early, the first 8 or 10 minutes, but then sort of disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, like it's hard for me to say because I'm a fan of this guy. Like, I like the way he moves. I like the way he attacks the space. I like the way that he's a nightmare for the center backs. But for the striker, always comes to, like, did he take the chances that he had or not? So, like, today he had like 1 or 2 good chances to score, did not score. So probably, like, the overall impression on him is going to be impacted by these chances that he did not potentialize, converted.
And as I say, as your expectations go higher, it's harder to meet those. So no intention of making disparaging comments of
course,
Heis Hovius. He very dangerous player. I love having him on the roster. What he brings, just not quite up to his usual level of play tonight.
Exactly. No, I am with you. He had chances today that we got used to see him scoring on these chances, right?
Yes.
But I have no doubts that on the rest of the season we are going to see him
absolutely
scoring a lot of goals for Fort Wayne.
He creates way too many chances to not come away with some goals.
Exactly.
That's for sure.
Exactly. Last minute on the game. Fort Wayne FC winning 2-1. Trying to keep the ball, trying to slow down the pace right here. Dayton knows that they need the ball. They need to create something in this last minute. And Fort Wayne making everything they can to keep the ball far from their goal. Here comes 2 subs for Fort Wayne FC. Number 13, the Brazilian center back, Rodrigo, entering on the field. And number 30, entering for Fort Wayne FC, Nduduzo Quechua. So African player coming for Fort Wayne FC, and a Brazilian, a center back, and a forward subbing in.
Maybe good opportunity, Luca. We didn't have a chance to evaluate Ruud Schneider, but I think clearly on the positive side tonight, he created a lot on that right flank. Had a lot of balls feeding through him, and he delivered some nice services. Created a lot of dangerous one-on-one situations. So his day is now finished, and I think again he should be able to take his shoes off with a sense of contentment.
Yes, and as you can see, like Coach Mike Avery putting 3 center backs here, trying to make his defense even more solid right now, and also put
6 minutes.
And also
yes,
put Nduduzo Quechua like a midfielder. Put for Beto Anaya. He's a guy that's a little bit more defensive than Beto, so
yes.
Fort Wayne trying to be a little bit more solid for these 6 extra minutes that we are going to have here.
I had a feeling. I was going to say, oh, that's a good strike. Ooh,
what a
not
save.
far off. That, with the goals and a little bit of extra stoppage time here in the second half relative to the first. I didn't anticipate 6 minutes. That's a little longer than I would have thought. But again, I think they try to keep accurate count of the time the ball is out of play. So we'll take their word for it and see how Fort Wayne can do coming out of this with the first win of the season.
Everybody here making some noise, like defense getting excited. We can see that they can feel that the win is close for Fort Wayne FC, but now they have to hang tight.
Well,
6 or 5 more minutes that we'll have here.
Luca, it's been quite a while since the local team. Although I guess Flint City, we didn't lose any through the regular season, but that was a game we did host in the playoffs last year. So I was going to say these fans aren't used to seeing a loss for quite some time, but I guess exactly the opposite, isn't it? That the very last game played on this pitch was a loss to Flint City. But having a full season last year, going undefeated is quite an accomplishment in the third season. Making it into the playoffs and showing quite well against a very solid, very strong Flint City team. I think bodes well for the future. I think tonight. Overall, again, the goal Dayton scores notwithstanding, Fort Wayne very solid throughout most of the 90 minutes here tonight. Again, I think a really good place to start for the 2024 season.
And here comes Fort Wayne. That's a counterattack that can maybe finish business for Fort Wayne. 4 against 4, and it's a foul. A tactical foul from the number 8, George Waits.
And a yellow card. And albeit a tactical foul, not the most intelligent move when you're playing. Really, your opponent at this point is the clock, isn't it? And now this gives Fort Wayne the opportunity to chew up probably fully a minute or more of the 4 or 3 minutes remaining. So
For sure, Fort Wayne is
just
not
not
gonna rush to take it.
just not a very smart not a very smart move.
It's a good chance for Fort Wayne. Here
Oh,
comes
look
the
at
cross, and
this.
it's a goal for Michel.
What a lovely, lovely, lovely service.
Goal! Michel Kidman putting the ball in the back of the net for Fort Wayne FC. We talked about him. We talked that he scored 8 goals for Oakland last season. We talked that he can score goals. The man can score goals. And he shows us what he's capable of. Number 17, Michel Kidman, scoring the 3rd goal that settled the win for Fort Wayne FC. And we cannot pass by this goal without highlighting our right back, Shatoro. The Japanese guy, once again,
That was
doing an incredible play,
fantastic.
running
And
the entire
it-
pitch to give the goal.
It evolved and played out quickly enough to save me from embarrassing myself, because I was about to comment how quickly they took the restart. Maybe, again, the wiser move from my coaching perspective to let the clock run a little longer, but turns out exactly the right decision, right? A quick ball through, and just a wonderful, he received it well and delivered it well and finished well. That was just really one of the highlights of the evening for Fort Wayne FC there.
Absolutely.
Boy, that was, if that's a sign of things to come for the season, we're in for a treat, because that, again, quickly played, and who knows? Maybe they were playing assuming that Dayton was thinking they were going to waste the time, right? So play it quickly before they were totally set. Exactly the right move.
Yeah, we have to highlight here in the goal, like number 8, Michael, that played the long ball and
Yes.
found
Yes.
a great pass inside the box for number 16, Shatoro, and Shatoro being really smart, just controlling and basically giving the goal to Michel.
That was gorgeous.
What a play.
He really played that so well.
And Fort Wayne having an end of the shot. Oh my God! If he scored these goals,
Yes.
I go home.
Yeah.
If he scored this one, I go home.
And they're the Fort Wayne hooligans catching the cameraman's attention one more time.
And as we come to the end of this game, things are a lot calmer than we expected
Yes.
to the end of this game. Thanks to this goal.
Yes.
And how can you reflect on this very first game of the season
No,
that
I
just
think-
finished?
I think it's obviously some things to work on, but always, the coaches will always find things to work on. But, boy, recalling back to the first or second season, the opening games, this is well beyond the level of play that we witnessed on those occasions. And so really a great start, I think, for Fort Wayne FC. And again, some great attack. Again, that's something that Coach Avery spoke to the other evening, that he was hopeful that the attack and it plays out that way with a 3-1 final. And so with that, we will bid you adieu and let you know that let me grab my schedule here. I had that schedule up. Where did it go? As soon as I need it, Luca, it's gone from me. We're here back at Bishop Darcy Stadium next Saturday, the 25th. Saturday the 25th at 7 p.m. So with that, we'll hope to have you join us again in wherever you happen to be across the globe, and form this relationship to take this journey through the season with us here in Fort Wayne. So in the meantime, the players and coaches will make the trip over to King's Hammer on Wednesday for a 7 o'clock start there. I'm sure you can catch that game on this same link. So we wish you all the best for the remainder of your weekend. Thank you, Luca, for the evening, and a great start for Fort Wayne FC.
Thank you, Ken. Always a pleasure to be here doing Fort Wayne FC matches and to be here with you. Another great game for Fort Wayne FC, another win for these fans. So, we hope to have as much fun as we had last season. So, yeah, on Wednesday they travel to play against King's Hammer, but on next Saturday I'll be here again.
Yes, indeed. Look forward to seeing you.
Yeah.
Good night.